or you're damaged or whatever. Um, and changing Capcan, I don't like because it's the same kind of feeling. It's the same feeling that like Capcan now is just another kind of worse Legion and like a slower fucking Ella, where he's just like he's kind of a roamer. He's gonna put stuff down and around, and then he's just gonna like wait for the intel, work off the intel, hopefully get shit. But like I think they should be designing defensive operators that more so cater to other systems within the game. I'd like to see a defensive operator that has something that works off of sound, or even just like an attack operator. Maybe not an attacker operator because that might be really strong on attack, but an operator that has a pulse-like device that sees the resonance of sound. So it's like a ripple effect around sound, and it centers around the origin of the sound effect. And you have greater uh, like greater fucking um, like a greater ripple effect on bigger sounds
Yeah.
and things like that. But it's something that like it would be weird to work with because it's not as like reliable of active information as pulses is, and you still have the problem of being like clunky by pulling out like the kind of pulse thing, unless you like make it like an IQ sensor, which I don't know would be a good idea, but definitely not a rifle scope because the rifle scope would be way too strong. But you could have it a higher range than Pulse's thing because it's a lot easier to deceive in certain ways. You can like shoot a bullet at a wall, and then when the wall clinks off metal, then they see that as well. So they're like, oh, okay, there's multiple people here. But it could be like a range of like 14 to like 20 meters instead of Pulse's like fucking 7 or like 10 or whatever. And like that's something that actually emphasizes like another aspect of the game that is really important, which is sound, and it gradually kind of like um, eases people in to the idea of just working based off of sound while not uh, being something that feels like a crutch necessarily. It feels like a tool to assist in something that already exists. Um, and I'm aware that operator that I've just described probably isn't as nearly as viable as Ella or Legion. But I think that's fine. I think it's fine for them to release like suboptimal operators because the casual scene also matters to the game. I understand that they want to design operators that are really competitive and really make a huge splash in the competitive scene, but the game doesn't develop longevity necessarily just based on that.